Hi there, we're going to take a look at an example of our third rule, and this is the angle side angle rule when we're working with a pair of triangles who we're trying to show are congruent. So here we've got two triangles. We want to prove that triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle YXZ. You should notice here that we now have some arcs. In this case, we've got two double arcs down here and two single arcs up here. Even though these are a little bit off of each other, even though there's a single arc and a single arc, it means that both of these top two angles are congruent. And even though these arcs down here are a little bit off, when we have the double arc and the double arc, both of those bottom angles there are congruent. So, as with all of these problems, we want to start out by writing our givens. So first off, we said those top two angles are congruent, so this would be angle WXZ is congruent to angle YXZ. So that means those top two angles are congruent there because we have WXZ and YXZ. Remember, the middle letter says where the angles are, and then we have these bottom two angles there. So that would be WZX and YZX. So we've got two pairs of angles that are congruent. Those are our givens. Now, we need to find more information. We should notice, once again, that we've got this center side that's shared. And if you remember, anytime we have a shared side, this is when we use our reflexive property. And what this says is that any line, if it's used in two triangles, is congruent to itself. So that means XZ is the same if we use it in the left triangle or the right triangle. So we can say that XZ is congruent to itself. So we now have XZ is congruent to XZ. And since we have a side here in the center with an angle on either end on both triangles, so we have a side and an angle, we can use our angle side angle rule. So since our side is in between two angles, we can use angle side angle. So let's say by angle side angle, our two triangles are congruent. So we've said our reason, we said what our statement is, it's what we're trying to prove. So it's the exact original statement that we have right here. And since we have this and we have our reason, we're done.